and realize that you don't owe anybody an explanation. Remember, prioritize peace of mind over status. I'd rather drive a Honda Fit that's paid up than a Mercedes that can be repossessed. I'd rather drive a Honda Fit that I can service rather than come from an E-class, an S-class that I can't service. I can't do that. So this is the reason why I want us to be as simple, as practical as possible. Guess what? It's very possible to go into bed, relax, and know very well that nobody is going to call you and ask you how far. So this is why I want us to migrate from stupidity to wisdom. Are you with me? Migrate from stupidity to wisdom. If it means you're going to sit on the floor whilst working on your financial freedom, do it. It doesn't matter coming from a very expensive couch when you haven't paid paying for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. So the advice, stop trying to impress people. In this point, don't live a borrowed life. Guys, no offense to people in Borodale. I was doing a conversation with SDA Marara. You see, a number of people, they're living borrowed life, including the name of the suburb. Everything is borrowed. Guys, be very realistic here. With the way you're doing your things right now, with the way you're doing your things, where do you think your life is going to be by 20? As possible. Be as practical as possible. Stop. Are you with me? Stop living for people. And once you understand that you need to stop living for people, guess what? You begin to live for yourself. In other words, you are not in a competition. I'm seeing a comment from Rudo. Parking a latest version of a Land Cruiser. Yeah, that's a sign of mental illness. Mental illness by definition. You see, a number of times people find this conversation as offensive. But see, if you find this conversation offensive, it simply means you need to align your life. Align your life. Align your life. You see, right now, a number of the things we're calling our problems, they're not problems. They're simply choices that are manifesting. They're simply consequences of choices that are manifesting. So I really want us to be blunt and to confront ourselves, challenge ourselves, and I want us to get to that point and realize that we can actually get to that point and realize our life can actually change and you can experience peace of mind. And I'm seeing the comment by Takra said, owning a home has many advantages over renting one. The advantage is that cost of your monthly repayments decrease with interest rate cuts, whereas fixed rent remains the same practically. So every time you're actually paying rent, you're actually helping someone pay their mortgage. So that's why if you get a mortgage, buy a property, put someone who is daring, who calls themselves a tenant. And by the way, every time they're religiously paying, they're actually helping you buy more properties. Then you can actually reduce the amount of rentals you're paying, begin to invest it towards something that you can truly say, this is mine. I'm actually saving more money and directing that money towards somewhere else. And guys, I'm not telling you this because I want to make you angry. No, I'm not even inciting. I'm just giving you insights. I just want you to look into life right now. Look at what you're doing. Do you think with what you're doing, you are actually going to get peace of mind? And I actually want us to focus really on peace of mind over status. And trust me, this has really helped me. I'm a guy who has realized that I have no point to prove. I don't. And because I have no point to prove, guess what? I wake up every day understanding where I'm going, what I want to do, and it has helped. So my advice here is stop living for people. Guys, that's why this conversation, we need to tag as many people as possible. Stop living for people. You don't owe anyone any explanation. Are you with me? If you remove your child from a very expensive school that you couldn't afford and you put them in a more decent school which you can afford, you don't owe anyone any explanation why you moved your kids. You also don't owe anyone any explanation why you changed your location or your suburb. You don't. You also don't owe anyone any explanation why you upgraded or downgraded your phone. You don't. You don't owe anyone an explanation why you used to drive a Mercedes. Now you're driving a Honda Fit. You don't owe anybody any explanation. That's why don't give people too much power over your life, where they can determine what you drive, what you don't drive, where you stay, where you don't stay, where you eat over lunch. If it means we're going to cook at home, do it. I don't owe anyone any explanation. That's why I want us to get to that level. And let's get to this point. Stop trying to impress people. If you live your life to impress people, you will be depressed. I need to stress this point again. If you live your life to impress people, you will be depressed. Right now, there's so many people who are trying to create the impression that the things are happening when we know very well that things are not happening. Are you with me? There's so many people right now who are trying to create an impression that things are actually moving, yet they're not moving. I'll give a blunt example, by the way. You see, the people who are paying as much as $2,000, $3,000 US in school fees, and the kids are not even going to school. They are learning on WhatsApp for $3,000 US. And you can't even face the reality that things are not adding up. You simply try to make things happen. By the way, your salary is the only stream of income that you have. The next thing, your expenditure is times double or 3 times your income. What's your game plan? Guys, let's prioritize peace of mind over status. That's why I'm encouraging you. Don't seek to impress people and don't live your life to impress people. You have got a life to live. And once you understand that you've got a life to live, guess what? You don't have any explanation. You don't have any excuses. This will change your life completely. This will change your life completely. And guess what? It will also enable you to wake up every day and to ensure that you've got peace of mind. And I want to take you to the next point. You see, a number of people, they get tempted to live a life that's not theirs. And I want you to get to realize one thing. If you don't live your life, no one is going to live it for you. And by the way, your stupidity, can I repeat this? This is going to be very painful. Your stupidity is going to enrich someone's wisdom. I need to repeat this. Your stupid decisions, anytime you're making a stupid decision, someone is benefiting from it. So every time you're living a fake life, someone is really benefiting from that. This is the reason why you don't actually get to hear the bulk of this conversation. No one will tell you this. No one will tell you this. And this is the reason why I want us to really invest in the majority of these conversations, where we begin to tell each other and we make normal conversations that are blunt. Like, Sha, where do you need to adjust? Where do you need to change your life? And once you do this, guess what? You can live universally an amazing life. That's why I want you to wake up every day and realize that you don't owe anybody an explanation. Remember, prioritize peace of mind over status. I'd rather drive a Honda Fit that's paid up than a Mercedes that can be repossessed. I'd rather drive a Honda Fit that I can service rather than come from an E-class, an S-class that I can't service. I can't do that. So this is the reason why I want us to be as simple, as practical as possible. Guess what? It's very possible to go into bed, relax, and know very well that nobody is going to call you and ask you how far. So this is why I want us to migrate from stupidity to wisdom. Are you with me? Migrate from stupidity to wisdom. If it means you're going to sit on the floor whilst working on your financial freedom, do it. It doesn't matter coming from a very expensive couch when you haven't paid paying for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. So the advice, stop trying to impress people. In this point, don't live a borrowed life. Guys, no offense to people in Borodale. I was doing a conversation with SDA Marara. You see, a number of people, they're living borrowed life, including the name of the suburb. Everything is borrowed. Guys, be very realistic here. With the way you're doing your things right now, with the way you're doing your things, where do you think your life is going to be by 2021, COVID or not? Because you see, we are so obsessed with trying to show the world that things are happening. The next thing, the daring ones will even borrow clothes so they can get pictures taken. The daring ones will even stand on cars that are not theirs so they can get pictures taken. The next one, if they go to properties that are not even theirs, simply because they've seen a green loan, they want a picture. Why? Because we're so obsessed with trying to live a certain life when we're not yet there. So there is a statement. Fake it till you make it. If you want to die with stress, this is one of the piece of advice you can run with. Fake it till you make it. No, you won't make it by faking it. You will only make it by facing it. I need to make this point. You will only make it by facing it. Because you see, a number of times we're so obsessed with trying to show the world, prove the world a point that the world is even too busy to observe. By the way, guys, do you know the very same people you're trying to impress, trying to prove a point, they're actually too busy. They don't even watch. They don't even care. So I really want us to avoid a borrowed life. Avoid a borrowed life. No, you have your own race. Why is it some people would do bogus relationships? Because they want to sustain a life. That's why people are entering into loveless, hopeless, helpless relationships. Why? Because they need to sustain a life. Some people are in relationships with people who are abusive. Why? Because we want to be able to sustain a lifestyle. Guys, I don't believe in the fake it till you make it nonsense. I believe in face it till you make it. In other words, engage, confront. Why am I in the situation that I am in? Is this the situation that I want to be? No, no. You need to confront the situation. Confront the situation. Why are you not making more money? Why? Why are you not making more money? Why are you not doing more? And you see, the moment you face your realities, engage your realities, and get to step out of this realm where you try to prove ABCD and you borrow life, begin to engage yourself, confront your situation, and once you confront your situation, guess what? You're actually going to come out of this thing stronger and even better. I like the statement there by Agnes always says, act like you can't afford a loaf of bread until they know you own a bakery. So simple. Until they know you own a bakery. So you see, as long as we're not ready to confront our situation, as long as we're not ready to face it until we change it, we're not going to go anywhere. So please, don't live a borrowed life. Number two, avoid fake it till you make it, because it'll kill you. I think I need to end on this point. Strive for financial freedom over status. I want you to do that. Strive for financial freedom over status. Meaning your goal should actually be, at one point in time, is to be financially free and to have the status that you want. Hear me? I'm not saying live an average life, but I'm saying don't go broke trying to appear wealthy. Can I repeat this? Don't go broke trying to appear wealthy. And this is what many people are doing. We are trying to be wealthy, and the next thing we're ending up being broke because we are trying to live an artificial life. And an artificial life is very expensive. Right now, there are couples actually watching me right now. Guys, so when I'm talking about financial freedom, and if you're married, you really need to have the participation of your spouse to realize that it's a journey, it's a war that you need to fight, both of you. We need to be equal understanding. Guys, I need to give you this statement. If it means you're going to have short hair until you're financially free, please do it. If it means you're going to invest in a wig and look nice, please do it whilst you're building your financial wellness. The reason why many people are in financial mess right now is because of two things. Number one, you're not making enough money. Number one. Number two, you're spending everything that you're getting. And this is the trap that many people are in right now. And we are not making enough. So the little that we're making, we putting it trying to impress people. And you know what? Many people, we go broke trying to impress broke people. I'm sorry. But this is the reality. Don't go broke trying to impress broke people. Be simple. Be real. Invest in developing multiple streams of income. And once you do that, guess what? It's going to help you. So who is going to benefit from this conversation? Number one, it's a person who says, I'm tired of my financial situation. I'm tired. I want to change my life. Number two, realize that nobody is going to change your life. I've written a book called No One Is Coming. You should grab a copy. Very soon it's going to be available in the country. I want us to get to that point where we are realistically practical about where our life is, and we make conscious decisions about what we want to do. So, I gave you the principle. Strive for financial freedom over status. You'd rather carry $1,000 in a paper bag than a Gucci bag which has no money in it. You'd rather stay in a two-roomed house with peace of mind and you're working on your development than to stay in a borrowed mansion where you're putting your money away and you're disabling yourself from becoming financially free. So stay that way. So the choice is up to you guys. It's been a great pleasure speaking to you. We promised we're going to make these sessions shorter so that you can get to watch and get to share. So share this video with a friend. I pray that it's going to inspire somebody, and the wisdom that we're sharing today is also going to challenge you. We share it below on social media platforms. Like and follow for more inspirational content.
Thank you so